So it looks like it's an even split, 40 and 40. Some dead, but some alive, and then same amount think that everybody's gonna die.
Not wrong.
No, they are not. Oh, there's. Oh shit!
Hey, food station.
Whoa! What the?
Did you just blow up?
Yes, I did, and I didn't hit anything. There is no way you're surviving that. Seriously? How many times do I have to run you over? Thank you, Foxhole, for the follow. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good evening. How are you still alive? Whoa, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm up here on the deck. Oh, you're not gonna kill me. Haha, you missed. Oh, and there. Oh, you're going over. I'm running. Nope, we got 2J Louie as red.
15 minutes left.
Oh, here, let me see.
He's in a caterpillar.
He's not red for me.
Yeah, I'm free to go.
Oh, that was awesome.
How did the caterpillar survive?
The caterpillar survived that?
Yep, it's still up there.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, I need to see how much damage you took from that.
I'm dead.
Oh my god, Jay, you took no damage.
He took out the 600 high with that thing.
Clock's ticking. We need all pilots on site now.
Open. Dark.
Fail? Insta fail.
I thought it was a shoot
Instantly
everything.
killed the guard.
No.
No. You have a CS. Our ships are gonna get blown up too.
Gravity Cat asked, is it a kill everything? I said yes.
Okay, that's what you're doing, but there's gonna be nothing else coming out.
Ah. Screen there.
I see a gravity cat coming.
Turn up this up this track.
You didn't see it, I can't get out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice knowing you all.
I can't rescue gravity.
You might want to think about rezzing me.
No.
No, he killed me.
Gravity cat did?
I have a feeling it was Gravity Cat or Flex.
I'm probably gonna kill myself before he
Do it for science.
Oh yeah!
There it is.
Oh, there goes a.
Right, and
There.
it's off.
What happens if Creek tries to take off? Power, power, power! More power!
Full power.
Woo!
This is the new ship variant. This is your MSRDS. Bombs are dropping.
Yeah, unfortunately, mine didn't go.
Oh
Mine didn't go
my
either.
God, that is gorgeous.
Nice.
I think I got a couple of screenshots.
All right, everybody, we got plenty of space ahead of us. Ready for a second drop?
I'm actually strafing down to go out.
Okay, so apparently there's an overhang above the hangars. I didn't account for that.
Yeah, lawn dog getting run over by four wheels. You still look okay. And your burrito.
Oh, yeah, it did not. It did not last long.
That lasted absolutely.
Parking.
Uh-oh. I may be stuck. Out of here.
Show us your dance moves.
You've gone through the roof, from what I see.
Yeah, partially. Not fully, though. Incapacitate me. Shoot the foot. Oh wait, I'm out. Ah, don't go up there. Ah, god damn it! Now I'm stuck back here. Why do I always have issues finding my pants? Oh wait, I'm already wearing my pants. I need a torso.
This is like covered in the cat, but it's still alive.
Oh, my sabers is fine. Look.
Oh, it looked like it knocked. It looked like it knocked the engine off the Valk.
I think he only destroyed himself and the Gladius.
He knocked.
got bumped a little bit, but it didn't get destroyed.
Hey, look what I found.
What'd you find?
I found his body.
Oh, did you? You're dragging him?
Dude, look at this. Look at the cat's like smothering my mantis, but my mantis is fine. It didn't even take any damage. It didn't even listen to the engines.
Those aggressive mannequins.
I committed battery second degree. I got a crash stat.
Did you shoot one of the MP? Oh, he's got Tom Cruise in here.
I punched him.
Danger, get on the chat so we can talk to you.
You're getting waxed.
Who's shooting?
The NPCs are shooting Yeti.
Oh god. Yeah, there we go. That proves the point.
I'm gonna die.
Danger, get in the chat.
The new system.
Oh, come on. No.
There's no real market for Quantas, though.
Pull up! Pull up!
No! 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 Why?
There he goes.
Oh, why?
You went too fast, huh?
I went too fast and was looking for the wall, and yeah.
He
Yeah.
burnt too bright.
We got to see a comment hit the ground.
Very expensive comment.
I started trying to pull up it in there, so I'll have a chance to put it in then.
Yeah.
Are we headed to the station?
What the?
That's a rock.
That was not my fault, Poe. You cannot count that gear down to close it.
Okay.
But as soon as you go into quantum, it's going to pull
Ready?
your landing gear up.
Well, I'm not going to quantum. I'm just going over to...
Turn off your missiles.
Yeah, that might work if you just turn off the missiles.
If you unpower the missiles, it closes the doors. That I have tested.
I see him in there.
Which button is that?
It's in your weapons on your MFD.
Well, if you just want to turn off your weapons in general, just hit P on your keyboard and it turns off all your weapons.
Oh, there they go. He glitched through the door. Oh, he's inside.
Yeah, and that hurt.
If there was somebody in there, they're not in there anymore. Damn, this crater's huge. I'm dead. I'm at the vehicle. I'm at the big pad. There are pieces of my ship down here. I think that's one of my turret guns. Oh, which camera do I even have on? Okay, there's the camera that I have on. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to day 7 of IAE. And today is Drake Day. So nothing new that we're expecting from Drake, but they usually end up taking up a pretty good chunk of the showroom floor all on their own, with everything they offer, from the Cuddies to the Caterpillars to the incoming Kraken, as well as the Ironclad, and of course everybody's favorite fastest ground vehicle ever, the Mule. We know it's H3's favorite vehicle to roll around in when he has the opportunity, and a number of other things that are going to be there from Drake. Don't forget, if you want to do salvaging, you can grab the Vulture. But nothing new, no new concepts or anything like that. So we're going to take a look at the showroom. But first, before we get into the showrooms, we're going to take a look at today's IAE show episode 3, which is kind of surprising. About halfway through the show, they're just a little bit more than halfway through the show, they're doing their final episode with episode 3, which definitely has some interesting information and some interesting occurrences, we'll say. So we'll take a look at that and see. Yes, hi Bailey. Yes, I know you're excited about that. And take a look at all the information that they hand over on that. And they have a quick 2-minute question barrage with John Crew with some definite good information. And then we'll be getting in, checking out the showroom floor. It is going to be a short stream tonight because it is Thanksgiving here in the U.S. And of course, want to take up as little time as possible for the crew here on the Discord and in the org, so they can spend some time with their family. But for all of you out there that have been supporting us, we want to say thank you to you guys, because none of this would be possible without you. So we appreciate you guys watching and tuning in and being here with all the streams and all your wonderful interactions. But hopefully, if you guys are enjoying Thanksgiving, you and your families can have a wonderful day. And for those who are not in the U.S. celebrating Thanksgiving, know that we appreciate you as well, and hope that you're having the best day out there that you can today. But let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on with the IAE Day 3. I'm going to go ahead and cut the music here and kick it over to the video. If I can ever remember that I have to unmute these things before I launch them.
The Drake Vulture enjoys...
Where's my...
Welcome back to the show floor.
The Drake Vulture enjoys a unique place in the galaxy as one of the only widely available vehicles for space salvage on the market today. With strong revenue-earning potential for pilots and much greater flexibility than the larger Reclaimer from Aegis, the Vulture uses its popular twin-arm shape to excel at both hull scraping and structural salvage, generating up to 25 SCU of recycled material composite in its buffer and cargo grids combined, whose current market value contends with that of popular commodity Quantanium, but without the associated dangers included with traditional mining. Ultimately, the Drake Vulture remains a satisfying and straightforward option for those looking to fund their further adventures in the verse, and can always be found on the IAE show floor for those interested in learning more.
Welcome back to the IAE show. On today's episode, we explore mastering flight with Rich Tyra, John Crew, and Jared Huckabee. It's Thanksgiving on Earth, so we give thanks to the best ship manufacturer in the verse, Drake. I said it, and I meant it. Nobody owns me. It's the IAE show, and it starts right now.
Okay, we're back. Part 3, final part of our conversation about life of spaceships and Star Citizen, and it's time to address the Idris in the room here, master modes. We'd been talking about master modes for quite some time. We've been building it up as the big savior of the spaceship combat experience. It released to mixed reviews at times. You know, some people are for it, some people are less than for it. We'll just say that kindly. I want to talk about what our plan is, what our vision is. Where are we going with this? What is the plan moving forward with master modes? And I'm just going to take off and leave you two here. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Right. I think the big thing around master modes is that it's never was designed to be a static piece of development. We always wanted to make sure that we were adding in new systems as they came along that then influenced those design decisions that we made at the time. And I think two big pieces of feature work that we're going to be bringing to Star Citizen that's going to have a drastic change on how we implement master modes is going to be crafting and quantum boost. So right now with master modes itself, we have obviously the two master modes, SCM and NAV. A big thing is that we're going to actually be demoting or converting those modes from master modes to operator modes. What that inherently means is that we're still going to have a mode that is dedicated to fighting and having combat. There is going to be a mode that's dedicated to your quantum. But we're going to be removing some of the fail-safe restrictions, yes, that had when you're switching between these modes. We're going to be moving towards one cohesive speed between all operator modes. That speed is going to be more akin to what you'd imagine SCM speeds are now, but there's two big, huge caveats that come into that. First off is crafting. So crafting will allow you to upgrade your ship and to tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to have combat at higher speeds, if you have a tier 5 ship and you have the best thrusters and you've specialized, you've bought an interceptor ship, that will be more applicable to those types of ships. So that gives people options to choose, like I want to have this type of gameplay versus this type of gameplay. Having that cohesive, unified speed, the one thing that we really need to address is this kind of like nav flight mode that is kind of, it sits in this very odd position in terms of you get out of an LZ and you're flying up to the space station, you know, in atmosphere, your speed is really closer to SCM speeds anyway. You're not flying at 1,000 meters a second. You can pick up start a bounty hunter mission now, be sent to another planet, and then the closest quantum point to that POI might be 500 kilometers away. And that means that, you know, as we add more dense POIs, that's going to only exacerbate this situation because we can't have quantum markers everywhere. And when we start to add more space exploration and more missions towards the different guilds that we're operating on, where you're having to go into deep space and go into these large distances, you don't want to be in a position where that's taking such a huge amount of time. We want you to be spending more time doing the mission than flying there. This is where Quantum Boost comes in. Now, the way that Quantum Boost works is kind of, it connects your flight speeds to your quantum travel. So quantum travel is for flying millions of kilometers away when you have a specific quantum marker that you're flying towards. And then you've got your flight speeds, which should be, you know, say sub 20 kilometers, where you're flying around, exploring on the planet, or fighting at a POI, or doing a bounty hunting. But anywhere above that, we want to kind of accelerate that process of that navigation. And Quantum Boost goes all the way up to your top speed of SCM, or top speed of our current nav mode, all the way up to essentially a 1/10 of quantum travel speed. You have this spectrum of speeds that allow you to navigate the large spaces in our game, but also then still stay true to some of the intentions that we delivered with master modes.
Master modes we talked a lot about, and the combat side broadly staying the same. The nav side, that was the limiting factor. We often said, like, it's too fast, but not fast enough. The amount of times we watch new players go into nav, go towards a station, and then we'd be sat there going, they've not stopped in time. So Quantum Boost was always supposed to be that bridge gap, and without it, we were left with this sort of nav mode that didn't quite do what we wanted. And it also, because it's quantum and it's creating a bubble around your ship, allows us less friction in the traversal, because you go in quantum, you come out quantum, you don't have to apply all this G-force. The rules of physics are different because you're not physically hurtling at that speed, you're wrapping a bubble of time and space around yourself. So you come out, you can stop dead, you're not having that expanse moment where you're all being ripped apart from the G-force. So you see that space station coming towards you, you stop, you stop.
The one limitation that we are retaining
but that's going to limit
is
the number of
the fact
deaths.
that you can't have your quantum drive enabled and also your shields. And ultimately, that's a binary decision. Operator modes will start off as the default configuration that we've set in terms of the controls, in terms of the MFDs and what you're casting onto your HUD, in terms of your resource network presets. But that doesn't stop you from then going in and customizing it. We're providing an initial, hey, this is what we think is a good default setting. But then it's up to the players then to customize what they want on their cast, what they want on their MFDs, and then they have options to them. And they shouldn't have this constant switching modes to gain access to certain operator modes. You know, we're removing some of that friction.
And through all of this, because that binary distinction is between modes, you have to be in this mode or this mode, and there's all these very strict rules between those modes, you keep your weapons through all this. So this now becomes a more tactical decision in combat. But if you need that sudden burst of speed, either to get away from something or to catch up to something, you make the choice. You sacrifice your shields, certainly, but you can still bring your weapons to bear and stuff. Get there, and the second you're out.
And ultimately, that is underpinned by your resource network engineering. So if you're on a single-seater ship, that's obviously at the pilot's behest. But also, if you're on the larger multi-crew ship, you can then use the engineering terminal to be able to have those presets available to you.
And through the use of crafting to improve your components and, of course, your presets and quantum boost, rather, you can get up to speeds that are approaching the current nav speed. So we're not taking that speed away. We're defaulting everything to a speed that is closer to today's SCM. And then giving the player choices in how and when they can get up to that speed without completely disabling everything.
I mean, ultimately, it allows us to keep the default. We're trying to move towards a balance across the game where you can start off easier and it gets harder. So we want the default to be open and compatible to lots of players, but then as you start to specialize and it becomes hard to master and you start to work in the different avenues of different professions that you like, that's where you can start to customize your ship. And I think there's a key takeaway or a key point to also make is that if you don't want to craft, if you don't want to go down that route because you just want to shoot ships and be a combat pilot, or you just want to be a miner or a space trucker, there's nothing wrong with that. You can still gain access to this because player trading is going to be something that allows players to gain access to these components and ships without having to go through some of the grind that they have, and obviously they're now reaping the benefits of that. But you have lots of choice.
Obviously, there isn't one prototypical Star Citizen player. Developing a system that's going to please everybody is an impossible task. We can only work towards our goals and our vision for what we want this to be and hope it applies to as many people as possible. What I like about this is that you can never go wrong with putting the choice in the player's hands. At any given situation, when you're going to want your speed, when you're going to want your shields, you'll always have your weapons from now on. So like this, just put those choices in the player's hands and let them let them decide for themselves. It's one of those things unique about Star Citizen is that we get to develop this, and then we don't have to wonder. We can put it into players' hands and get that feedback immediately and then take it in. I think there's a real chance for this to be the spaceship experience we've been working towards this whole time.
I think the big thing to take away from all the things that we've discussed is that none of these things are designed or implemented in isolation. And where we're trying to go is like, you know, when we talk about combat that is, say, not as fast as it was in previous updates, hopefully people understand we're doing that not just because we don't like fast combat, it's because we want to give players options to gain fast combat or gain slower combat depending on what choices they make with crafting or their purchases. Then it's on a scenario where, you know, capital warfare is, you know, you need to be able to use precision targeting, and that's why we developed that feature so that you can have good subcomponent targeting. And I think when you start to see some of this bigger picture come together and you start to see all of these individual pieces connect, you might not agree with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But ultimately, that's what we're trying to do. That's how we're trying to connect all these pieces together to create this experience that ultimately Chris is the one that is setting that vision, and we're trying to execute on that vision for Chris. And that is what we're trying to work towards, and hopefully people can start to see some of these pieces connect together and why some of these decisions have been made. And hopefully they enjoy it ultimately at the end of the day.
So Rich, John, thank you so much for taking the time to share this vision of Star Citizen's spaceship gameplay. I think there's no better place to do that than IAE, a celebration of all spacecraft and vehicles in Star Citizen. It's come to my attention that the last two parts, when I've attempted to move us on to our next topic, folks have been changing the channel. So I don't want you to do that here. Up next, I'm going to talk directly with John Crew and explain to him my true vision for the spaceship Jalopy once and for all.
Change the channel.
All right, so I'm going to pause it right there just for the simple fact that there's a lot of information in there. A lot of Saul came out with master modes. A lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't enjoy it, and I think there was definitely almost that 50-50 split between the two that enjoyed it and didn't enjoy it. A lot of people had feedback on it, but a lot of people lose sight and do believe that they developed this stuff in isolation, that they don't play the game, and that they don't experience. But I think a lot of people also fail to realize that everything they do is a stepping stone, and they are very good about taking the feedback of the community and trying to implement it into a better form of what they originally come out with. As far as that stuff with the changes over to operations modes or operator modes, what's your guys' thoughts?
I think this is the best thing they could have done to fix the current master mode, because it's horrible. I can't wait till they put it in. Hopefully it doesn't take them 5 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it doesn't take them 5 years. Hopefully we'll see some things shortly into 4.0, or at least somewhere not too long after that. Obviously, all the keybinds, if you look at the keybinds, they've already changed over to being called operator modes. If you look at that, the master mode selection switch has been renamed as next in previous operator mode. In the cockpit, it's operator mode activations or toggles. So it appears that they've already taken those first steps into that. But I think a definite big improvement here, because we've all taken a mission and there's no POI or no quantum point that you can take to get to the mission. You end up having to fly 500 kilometers or try to do the quantum shutdown to get as close as possible. Definitely a huge benefit to be able to use a quantum boost that's going to get you there much, much faster. And like they said, they watch players play. And a lot of that time was spent flying, trying to get to the mission that is going to take 1/10 of the time to actually complete the mission. Your majority of the time to spend is flying there. So I think that's definitely a big improvement. All right. Oh, go ahead.
Salt will still flow.
Oh, well, yeah. Like he said, it's absolutely impossible that they can develop a system that's going to appease everybody. But I think that, the fact that, they are trying to get something that's enjoyable by the vast majority is definitely good. They're not just going, this is it, this is master modes, this is what you get forever.
Right. I mean, I think this is going to improve the space combat. It's going to improve the exploration. It's going to improve box running, because you don't have to fly for 30 minutes to get 800 kilometers to a point. You're going to be playing the game. You're going to be more productive in the game when this comes in.
Because the derelict outposts, they don't have a quantum point per se.
Right. And how many other points are we going to get, like you're looking for cows or just anything. It takes forever to fly there, especially if you're in a giant ship that's slow,
Yep. And I do have to pass along the sad news that Frank, our cow that we captured last night, did not survive the log out and the log back in. So we tip one over for Frank, our icebound space cow. He will be remembered and loved forever.
You know what we need to do? We
What's
gotta
that?
take a cow through the jump point and throw him out of the ship.
Out into space?
Yep. In the jump point.
Oh, in the jump point.
Yeah, while we're going through it.
Wouldn't he just get thrown out of it?
And I'm just picturing the poor bastard.
The poor bastard that what?
The poor bastard that's behind us when they suddenly have a cow in their ship.
Yeah, really. So, but overall, I think that little section actually gives us some good news on the master modes and the operator modes that are going to be coming out and everything. And I think they're all good changes. I think we will probably see more heavily leaning towards people that are going to be able to enjoy that with less salt. But like you said, there's never going to be an end to the salt, that's for sure. But it's definitely an improvement in the right direction, I think.
Right. And immediately when it first comes out, no matter what the change is, there's always going to be salt.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one thing about human nature is a lot of people don't like change. But, you know, once you have a moment to get used to it and get adjusted to it, then you end up coming around and finding that it works well. So it'll be about how they implement it and how smoothly it gets in and what bugs we have to deal with while learning it and they implement it. So, all right, back to the video.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Are you a DIY security super fan? Have you seen every Garmin Humble live stream and special? Well, you haven't seen this. It's gonna blow your
Raptor.
Sign up for all the casualties, catches, and kills.
I want to know, how does he have katana?
Too intense, too brutal, too spicy for Spectrum.
When things get dicey, go extra spicy.
Subscribe now.
I want those katanas in game.
Welcome back to another episode of Quantum Questions, where we take a CIG developer, put them on the hot seat, and make them answer as many questions as they can in under 2 minutes. Joining us on the show this week, the happiest person at CIG, Mr. John Crew. John, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Having a great day.
That's good to hear. Ben got 15 questions in 2 minutes. How many do you think you're going to get?
Oh, let's go for 16.
All right, so let's put 2 minutes on the clock and begin. Who are you and what do you do?
My name's John Crew. I'm the vehicle director at CIG.
You're in a desert walking along in the sand when all of a sudden you look down and you see a tortoise. It's crawling towards you. Why did you nerf the Corsair?
It was massively outperforming all other ships in the game. It had 40% of the kills overall just by itself, so it needed bringing down a touch. The current reduction in its efficiency is not going to be the final way. We want to do a bit more with it.
What's the drama with the Polaris torpedo tubes?
It's not clear that they actually rotate and feed from the bottom and skirt around the elevator shaft.
Is that what they really do?
That's what they do in the animation.
Where is my Crusader Starliner?
It's going to be after 1.0.
Will you ever make the Rock DS good?
Yes, so we want to enclose both players, whether they're going to be side by side or line of stern, still to be decided.
Tell us what one of the ships from the tease at CitizenCon was.
It's a variant of one of the ones we teased last year.
Ooh. What can you tell us about Endeavour modules?
All still planned, but after 1.0.
Why do you hate Drake ships?
I don't hate Drake ships.
Well, why is Drake the best manufacturer?
Drake's a great manufacturer, rugged, industrial, and nicely priced.
And what's the best Drake ship?
The Cutter, obviously.
All right, so today is Drake Day. Why should everyone go get a Drake ship?
Can I ask you a question, Jared?
Sure.
Do you ever feel like you're a soulless marketing puppet?
What's the deal with the mule?
Mule's still waiting for a little feature to allow you to remotely disconnect items from pilot seat. This is the same thing we need for the Prospector and the Mole as well, to remotely detach the mining sacks.
What's the deal with that double-engine Hornet we saw in the Squadron playthrough?
That's a cool special little variant used by Squadron 42.
What's it called?
It's the F7X.
Ooh. Will that ever come to the Persistent Universe?
It might do.
What about the updated Vandal ships from Squadron?
They will as well, but most likely after Squadron ships.
Can you confirm that the Mirai Guardian is coming to Alpha 4.0?
Yes.
Tell us something you're not supposed to tell us.
Ironclad's in production right now.
Why wouldn't you make my jalopy? Oh, at a time.
Give me the damn jalopy.
A jalopy is a dilapidated ship or vehicle that's been left behind for many years. It most likely does.
Oh yeah, well it was one of the silhouettes.
This man.
Everybody,
I will give them credit. They have a very good sense of humor on themselves. So that was the third and what they said would be a final IAE show for this IAE time frame. Of course, we do still have a number of days left. We've got Drake today, Origin tomorrow, Anvil following that on would be, let's see, it feels like the weekend. So Friday is going to be Origin, Saturday is going to be Anvil, and then Sunday will be the Best in Show, Best in Show with the armor and the weapons categories. And then that will finish everything out. So in those last flashes there, we also saw past clips of Jax McCleary, as well as some other IAE presentations from the past and everything. Nothing in the static screens that I noticed as far as any hints at anything. We do have confirmation that the Mirai Guardian will be in 4.0 or sometime in 4.0 from John Crew during that speed round of questions. And I'm expecting that. I wouldn't even be surprised if they did for an April Fool's joke that Jared will one day get his jalopy. So who knows? But that is it for today's show. Definitely, if you missed any of that, go check it out on YouTube. They've got all 3 episodes over there on the Star Citizen channel. But right now, we're going to go ahead and get in, and we are going to go check out the Drake Hall out at New Babbage. But yeah, the Ironclad is in production. And then that was definitely one of the silhouettes that we saw during CitizenCon, though. And I am loading in. Is everybody already at New Babbage?
I have no idea where I'm at.
I think so.
In theory.
I was trying to do stage 4 of the event.
Did they get it fixed yet?
That one I was trying to do it.
Still no commodities replenishing?
No, mine was I'd accept the mission and the mission would just fail instantly or go away.
Yeah,
or my server would die. I was going through that crap.
Yeah, the nitrogen replenishment was definitely an issue and all that, as well as some of the other stuff. Of course, if they're still having issues with Phase 4 for Saturday night's stream, if they haven't gotten a hot fix in or something like that to fix it, and we'll keep a close eye on it, then we'll replace Phase 4 Saturday night with more fun and pyro. I'm sad about Frank. He had a nice home on my Polaris.
Yes, he did. I found your room again.
Oh, did you? Are you locked out?
Yeah, I'm currently blocked. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Can you find me?
I can try. I've got 2 tags, both 813. Somebody's right outside your door, I think.
Yeah, somebody's 30 meters away.
I'm gonna guess that you're probably on like floor 6.
I haven't come down yet. I see. Oh, I think that's you.
You see me moving back and forth?
Yep.
Can you tell me what room I'm in and what floor I'm on?
You are in room 3, and we are on room 4 or floor 4.
Yep.
Floor 4, room 3.
Link that I see if you're doing one, and I'll contribute.
Floor 4 and room 3.
Yep.
Okay.
J-Skill and I are right outside your door.
I've clicked all the buttons. Nothing's working.
What's that, Andy?
I'm at force.
Okay, I can barely hear you.
That was in Orison.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'll have
Shoot the... Well, you can't pull the tractor beam, can you? I was going to say, can we shoot through the door and see if we can... well, actually, you could backspace. You'll go right down to the hospital.
That'll take me to work.
Okay.
Ah.
Alright, I'll get out of here if you want to get some screenshots.
Oh, did you get the screenshots? I'll get the screenshots.
I need to show the blocked message on the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't show anything on my side. We just need pry bars. Although if we get katanas, maybe we'll be able to shove katanas through the door.
And sorry, since it's been a long day, floor 4, room 3, correct?
Yep.
Yep. Those cutting beams that we're supposed to have.
The oxy torch?
Breaching charges.
Oh yeah, they haven't done any update on the breaching charges yet. The first step of that was the trip mines and all that, and I would imagine breaching charges may come in with the Legionnaire when boardings start happening.
Yeah.
I would hope by the time they bring that in that we'll have those.
And hacking gameplay.
Yeah, and hacking. Disco, you look like you're wearing a diaper.
Thanks. Because I've been flying with you.
Probably. If you were flying with me, they'd be brown already.
So yeah, Dark, about the whole not hitting a planet when you're coming at it at 26,000 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
I can see you running straight through the planet.
Not if you come to a dead stop with no, overshooting. I just have to have cat-like reflexes to make sure I stop.
It's just going to take some practice. I know the first month I'm not getting in your ship.
Only the brave fly with me.
Or the dumb.
Okay, audio on the train is a little messed up.
The trains have been messed up.
Well, the train, but the audio is like clipping.
Oh, not for me.
Yeah, audio's still clipping.
I've had that in New Babbage a few times now, but it's not happening to me right now.
Yeah, I've had it a couple times within New Babbage as well. It only happens here.
Yeah.
Did someone grab the screenshot from outside, you said?
No, you said no because it doesn't show anything. Other than your marker in the room.
Okay. I don't know if they want a picture of the...
I would
floor
say...
and room number, but probably not.
Well, you can put it into the comment area.
Right.
I'm coming.
They may ask, though, how did you get a picture of the floor and room number? If you were outside.
I have friends.
We have friends.
I think the slow elevator is you, man. The bear
No,
helmet.
I'm telling you, it gets longer with each day. Yep, so Drake Day today, Origin, Anvil, Best in Show, Weapons, and then a 2.5 day finale. So
TV's not working.
It's been hit or miss during the show.
It's not working. Just grab an elevator and see if you can see my finger on it. It's going to take a little bit to find one here. It's the only issue with the horses.
So everything is to the left and center and downstairs, nothing to the right. Hopefully no cutties explode on the showroom floor this year.
Keep the grenades to yourself.
See, they got the cutter, the cutter scout, the cutter rambler. The scout's the one with the scanning, which I'm keeping that one. But the rambler and the base, there's not a huge difference between them.
No. Well, Rambler has more fuel.
I finally got one over here.
Yeah, it's got more fuel and everything, but I mean, aside from that, not much difference.
No.
I wouldn't say that you need to have both.
I just need a Mog to go with my Rambler, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
Change my name to Lone Star.
All right.
Yeah, I can't wait till my players can fly 26,000 miles or kilometers an hour.
Oof.
It's going to be fun.
I can't wait to get the Kraken.
Oh god, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is annoying with that clipping on the audio. Damn you, new Babbage. Of course, we got the Caterpillar. Although they did talk about, I think it was IAE Day 1, the Caterpillar modularity during the rapid questions.
Yeah.
Once they get those elevators working, that'll be awesome. They'll be able to put ground vehicles on so much easier to have a Caterpillar to haul around all your stuff. Of course, here is, this should be the Rambler, I think. Yep.
Looks like it, yeah.
Of course, this was introduced, well, no, yeah, last year at IAE.
Yeah. Because the other two were at SitCon.
Yeah, it was the mule that got introduced as the box on the Invictus showroom.
Yep.
And of course, they flipped the door of the Rambler's bathroom to the other side, and they gave it a little desk. They pretty much changed a little bit on this left side. If we look at the original cutter here.
They also made the like the living area longer because you lose a SCU.
Yep. Yeah, so here you have just the bathroom. There's no desk or anything like that. There's a fire extinguisher.
Which seat did you get in?
The gunner seat.
Oh, you flying?
Come and fly the ship.
You flying your Polaris out?
Trying to. It's working out.
We're gonna go to the other hall before we go down and check out the holo viewers. And of course, the Ironclad is up for sale. You can get the standard Ironclad, which is a cargo variant, and then of course they have the assault version, which is going to be like the mega dropship. And of course they did put dropship pricing on it.
Tax.
Dropship tax.
I do like these little like mining and cargo displays they put up.
Yeah, I do like them. I mean, Invictus, the F8s and all that kind of fit and everything, but for this, I think that's better than having those F8s in there. Here we got the Buccaneer, the Corsair, and the Fat Penguin.
Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, I actually do like. It's funny because I hate the Terrapin, but another ship without really decent gameplay in yet, the Herald. I actually do like the Herald, and I want to make sure I hold on to mine. I mean, for a little two-seater, do your arms still break when you sit in the support seat? Nope, my arms are down. It used to be where your arms became pretzels. But this thing is fast, too.
Huh. It's nothing but an engine.
Well, yeah, it's basically two lawn chairs connected to an engine. definitely not going to fight in it, that's for sure. That's like redneck technology there. And of course they did make note during the conversations that the Corsair is not in its final phase. There are other adjustments that they do wish to make to this. So it may or may not be worth holding on to see what they do as far as those adjustments. They didn't indicate whether there'd be better adjustments or more toning things down, but I can understand with what they were saying about the fact that this accounted for 40% of all kills in ship-to-ship combat across the verse, that they had to balance it out a little bit. I do love the fact that the elevator comes all the way up to the roof. Especially if there comes a time where we're going to have to do repairs and all that. It just makes it easier to access the outside. Then exit out the back or the side and then fly around all the way to the other side. Now we just need mag boots. And this one doesn't actually kill you when you jump off the cockpit. And of course, it'll be interesting to see if they put the PDCs on the Ironclad when that comes in. Obviously, the Kraken's going to have them. But whether the Ironclad gets them or not will be an interesting thing. Definitely a ship that should probably have them.
Liberator.
Yeah, the Liberator I would definitely think should have those. Buccaneer's one of those, you either love it or you hate it. Definitely looks way better with the Google screen paint on it. Raging, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving to you. What were you going to say, J-Scale?
Buccaneer reminds me like a MiG-25. It's two giant engines and rattles.
Yeah, when I first started playing, it was kind of like flying a paper mache plane. It really did not take a hit very well.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing it. Bug takes out your windshield.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely well armed, but could not take a hit. And again, it's one of those other ones that still needs some type of gold pass and everything on it. Here we got the Vulture and the Cuddy line. Which again, that Cuddy steel is just so poorly placed.
Yeah, they need to redo that entire ship. Like the inside of the steel.
Yeah, I will say the Cuddy steel is one ship that I will say I don't feel it fits its role. You can't carry a ground vehicle. I mean, the Cuddy Black makes a better dropship than the Cuddy Steel does.
Absolutely.
I mean, sell a weapons kit that puts the Gatling guns on the doors of the Cuddy Black. That's could have really kind of gotten away with that. But I mean, this space is a little bit wasted in the fact that, you know, the Black has all this open to get a Cyclone in. You can get some, you know, STVs or other kind of ground support vehicles. You're not going to fit an Ursa, obviously, but, you know, you could still have, I mean, even the Cuddy Black has drop seats back here along the, but they're fold-ups. So they're out of the way when you want to bring a vehicle in. So, I mean, you already had a dropship in the Cuddy Black. You could have easily just slapped some Gatling guns on it and made it a variable ship that could be adjusted through modularity or something. What is this? Oh, that's the fuse. Oh, I'll hold on to that. Now we'll put it back. Oh, didn't want to go back in. All right, we'll leave it on the floor.
All right, we finally got the new Babbage.
All right, but for
shortly.
what they're charging for the steel, it's hard to recommend anybody pull the trigger on it. I mean, right now I do have one in my inventory that I am looking to move up to something, because if it came down to it, I'd much rather use the black.
Or the Valkyrie.
Definitely the Valkyrie. Valkyrie is right now my favorite dropship. I think that thing encompasses everything that should be in a dropship. Even to some degree, though, that still suffers from the dropship tax.
Yeah.
But you can use it for vehicles, you can use it for troops, you can use it for even just daily running around and running some missions or something like that. The blue has the best cockpit out of all of them. Can we still jump through the glass? If we could just get this windshield on all the cuddies. Nope, there is glass here now. I can't jump out the cockpit anymore. Go strutless. I do like the exterior entrance for the Vulture. Still wish there was gravity on this deck out here while you're in Quantum, though. Oh, some kind of component there. Oh, it's the scanner. Okay. Another shower where you can poop and shower at the same time. Somebody's been in the bed. This one I think they did a great job on.
Which ship's that?
The Vulture.
Yeah, they did.
For a solo salvager, yeah, this is a great design. It's easy to operate. It has a decent payload for the size that it is. It'd be nice if you could extend out the cargo grid all the way to the other wall, because you do have the alternative exit. But it's with the buffer, you still have 25 SCU. What's that, Andy?
I was talking to me.
Ah. But you can fit a Cyclone in there. Cuddy Red I know all too well. I have woken up on more Cuddy Reds than I can remember. And here's the Cuddy Black. And see, here's the drop seats that you got that you could use for troops. There's probably enough room here that you could just get at least one more in there, so you would have, you know, up to 8. Oh, come on. Don't make me sit. This one's not folding down, but it's letting you sit in it. And then, of course, you got all this room for vehicles or more people. And weapons rack. This is definitely, if you want to go a little bit higher on the budget and all that, the starter pack with the Cuddy Black is a great pack. It will take you over the cost of a AAA game and be a little bit more expensive, but if you have a little bit of flexibility in the budget, that would definitely outperform the Avenger Titan.
Oh, 100%. It's the best starter ship.
Titan definitely takes the cake for anything in the AAA game price range. And good news coming out of the IAE video, they are looking to enclose both occupants of the Rock DS. That will help it be better.
Yep, that'll be nice.
Yeah, but we'd still have to take out a regular Rock and then a Rock DS and see who can get more faster with either 2 regulars or 1 DS, you know?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I don't know. The DS laser is more powerful, which is kind of nice, but I haven't taken it out.
Doesn't the DS also have more storage capacity?
It used to. I think they normalized it.
Yeah.
Did they normalize them?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't checked in a while, but yeah, that was a bunch of noise. God, how long ago was that?
2 batches ago.
I went mining with my Rock earlier today, and I could not sell anything out of it anywhere.
Surprisingly, they're not showing the yellow jacket down here for the dragonflies.
Well, time fixes everything. As long as you stay out of the game long enough, you'll get a different hab.
It's true.
I'm gonna go set my spawn here just in case.
Yes, because we will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. to do a quick stream on Origin and checking out the Origin showroom floor. I still laugh that this thing kicks the Rock or the Cyclone RC's ass. This thing kicks everything's ass as far as ground vehicle and speed.
Look at it in 4.0. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, yeah, you were driving around the other night and you were catching more air off of this thing than any other vehicle we've driven. And it wouldn't flip.
Right, I'm telling you, if that thing drives like that, Daymar Rally, it's going to beat everything.
I don't know if they'll actually make it a drivable vehicle for the rally just because of that fact. And what category would you really put it in?
I don't know.
I don't think it could go into trucks, and I mean, it would definitely blow trucks out of the water, but yeah, I don't think you could put it into buggies either.
I think they just need to have a mule race.
Yeah.
A mule category?
Yep.
Alright, where are...
And you have to bring a package with you.
My forks are not extending. Maybe I got all doors. Yeah, they disabled the on button. But yeah, that thing just hauls ass. Alright.
Compete with the tractor beam somehow.
Yeah, really. I mean, it carries one SCU box in the back, one in the front.
Well, it sounds like they're going to make a big change to it, though.
Well, they said that the change was the ability to disconnect items from inside the cab.
Okay, that thing looks amazing down here.
The ironclad? Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just the base one. This isn't the assault. I don't imagine that they would have a hollow viewer for the assault, as it's still the same body frame.
So 10 engines? This is ridiculous.
That whole top rolls open. And the pilot house is just at the aft end of the roll deck.
I'm assuming these little things back here are engines as well.
Or some type of stabilization thruster or directional thruster.
Well, they're pretty big. Well, it looks like they have the full layout of the ship done, you know, on exactly what it's going to look like now.
Well, I mean, it is in production, so I'm hoping that if it is and all that, that they do both versions release at the same time. Though, if they don't and they come out with the standard version first, I'll definitely be happy to get that as a loaner while we wait for the assault.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm gonna. I mean, I have a buyback for both, but I think the assault's what I'm gonna go with.
So it does have a turret on the bottom.
Yeah. It's also got a turret on the top, and then the assault has multiple turrets, I think, on the bottom.
Yeah, like 2 up in the bow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at the size of this thing.
It's a pretty good size. And here is the Kraken.
Yeah, you can jam tonks in there.
The Ironclad might actually be perfect for racing teams. It very well could, depending on, you know, its speed, its abilities and all that. They may also, along the lines with the Polaris, because they have not named the Polaris as a viable ship to use for racing yet. They may say it's just too big. I can't remember. Were they talking about repair capabilities in one of them?
Yeah, one of them in the behind the main cargo area. I thought had a small repair facility or something.
Yeah,
that's what I thought too.
Was that on the assault, right? Ironclad assault.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I thought it was on the assault one.
I believe it said what, refuel as well.
I think for ground vehicles only. Ron Dog, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I hope you're having a great day. Hopefully getting some time off. Oh, how I want the Kraken. Can we use the Kraken at Daymar Rally once it gets released? Can that be our support ship?
That would be funny.
We wouldn't even have to land. If we just blow up the last vehicle, the next one can just take off from one of the landing pads and jump down to the surface.
I have a feeling that's a ways out.
Oh yeah, I would not expect to see the Kraken until after 1 point. I know we saw it at CitizenCon in the video, but I mean, realistically, they can really put anything they want into the video. Obviously, there was no confirmation it's even being worked on or that's even going to be out before 1.0. So with no actual confirmation from them, I would say it's just safe to bet 1.0 on for when we're going to see this.
Alright, so the Ironclad assault's 120 meters long by 52 meters by 20 meters.
Yeah, they
so
should.
52 wide, 20 high.
Yeah, they should both be the same size.
Yeah.
Rated as large.
Yeah, I mean it's just under the Polaris in size.
Mm-hmm.
And width, just a little smaller.
Yeah, and we know that we saw this as one of the silhouettes at CitizenCon, and it was confirmed by John Crew that they are currently working on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking like this time next year we see it.
Yeah, and whether you got the cargo variant or the assault variant, that roll top is going to be absolutely amazing for taking extra ships with you.
Collecting cargo on bounty missions, that'll be nice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, don't forget at CitizenCon they showed where also we're going to be able to offload cargo not in a hangar, but actually put it to mag pads built into the side of asteroids too.
Yeah, I think the assault is more of a mobile base than the Polaris.
I would say the assault, yes.
That's what I want to use it for, is just, you know, to live out of my mobile base.
I mean, the question is going to be really the ability to manage all the systems as a solo pilot.
Right.
Because as we get into more engineering and all that stuff, does the Assault have med bed facilities? I believe it does. I believe it does because it is a technical dropship. But managing all the systems as a solo pilot could be tough, especially if you're in a hostile situation. So I would imagine, much like the Polaris, that shields are going to accommodate it for its size against, you know, smaller attack vessels. I'm just wondering where you're going to put the typical Drake Caterpillar parking sensors, whether that's going to be the two sticks hanging down off the nose. I remember when I first got into the game and I saw those things on the bow of the Caterpillar, I was like, oh, those are some nice big guns. And then I got up close to it and it said parking sensor. I was so disappointed. But that does look like a freaking awesome ship. Ron Dog thought they were guns too. I mean, that would make sense. They look like guns.
Pilot controlled ones.
Yeah, pilot controlled. That's what I thought they are. You know, just fix, you know, point straight ahead, shoot them up guns. Here, let's go up and take a look at it. You tell me what you think. I've met a lot of people that when they first got in and saw the Caterpillar, that's what they thought. There have been some people I've had to break the news to that those aren't guns.
Yeah, that's what they look like. It's big, like size 7 guns.
Because when I first got in, I remember going to Teach's and I like grinded and grinded to be able to buy a Caterpillar in game. And pulled it up in the hangar and all that, and I never really looked at it close on the showroom floor. I ran around on the inside, but I never looked at the front end. And pulled it out on the showroom floor, and then, you know, try to go fight stuff. And it's like, wait, nothing's firing. These right here, these look like giant ass freaking guns. And on the outside, in little tiny lettering, parking sensor. If you need a parking sensor that big, you should not be flying this ship.
And if you see him laying on the ground, you should go by. It's already too late.
We'll just refer back to that Caterpillar crash that Lawn Dart enjoyed with me scraping across the surface of Walla, skipping like a stone. Now, if they allowed you to take those off and put guns on, oh, that would be awesome. Because from a distance, if you don't know better, you think all 4 of these up front are guns. It's actually giant shock absorbers so that when I hit the ground at full speed, nose first, that something absorbs the impact so I don't die.
Yeah, I feel like that should be docking clamps of some sort.
So long range, is it the same length as the Assault or Ironclad with the Caterpillar, or is it smaller than?
I think the Caterpillar is going to be slightly shorter. The other thing with the Ironclad is is supposed to have the same module as the Cat does, the command modules. Those are supposed to become interchangeable, where you're going to be able to leave the main body of the Caterpillar up and fly that command module around, and it's supposed to attach and detach.
Alright, so the Ironclad is 9 meters longer than the Cat. 12 meters wider.
It's only 12 meters wider?
Yeah, it's not that much wider.
No, I would have figured it would have been much wider.
I'm pulling it back up to double check.
Well, it's probably taking into account the command module too, though.
Alright, so the beam is 52 meters.
Yeah.
On
Yes.
the ironclad, the cat is 39.
Yeah, so it's taking into account the command module too, and the outer wing, because on the other side is a wing that goes way out. So that's where it's measuring the widest beam, because I mean, look how far out this wing comes, and then how far out the command module sticks. So overall, yeah, that makes more sense if you're looking at the widest point.
Right, so 13.5 meters is the cat, 20 meters is the assault.
Yep.
And then 120 is the length on the assault, and 111.5 is the length here.
Okay. I mean, that's still a very sizable dropship.
And that's if it hasn't changed. Right, this was concept.
Yeah, and as we know, a lot of things that go into concept, they get adjusted based on things that they have to do with it. They generally do get bigger. I don't even know any ship that actually got smaller. I think they all got just bigger for the ones that did get changed.
I think it's going to get a little bigger.
All right. Well, that is the Drake showroom. And don't forget, tomorrow is going to be Origin Day, so we're going to see the 890 in here, and you'll be able to fly and rent the 890 for 2 days at no charge. It's usually much like what happened on RSI Day. A lot of people get 890s, a lot of them go out into the verse, and it will likely introduce some bugginess more so than not. But if you're interested in 890 or just want the experience, you can rent it. You can fly it around for 48 hours. You'll also be able to rent it again on the finale day. So finale day, I would expect some bugs definitely, because everybody's going to be able to get a Polaris. Everybody's going to be able to get an 890. I wouldn't even be surprised if we saw some head-to-head battles between the two. We still have to test how many torps it takes to take out an 890. Definitely get in for Origin Day tomorrow, and then following that will be Anvil, and Anvil will definitely see the medical terrapin, so I can finally get rid of my stupid regular terrapin and have a decent one that I'm happy to fly. And then, of course, we'll also see the two new Hornets with the Tracker and the Ghost in their Mark II forms. Those will be completely rentable as well as up for pledge. And again, if you haven't caught the videos for the IAE show, 3 videos that have been released over the last week, check those out. Lots of great content, some hidden Easter eggs in there that you can check out. But I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening, and hopefully you're all enjoying a great day. And for those that are celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and hope you and your families are having a wonderful holiday. And most of all, I want to say I'm thankful for you guys being here, supporting us, and coming and checking out the streams whenever we're online, because you guys definitely make it worth doing this multiple days a week, and make it a lot of fun for us above and beyond all the gameplay and everything. So thank you for that. But we are going to take a look out on Twitch to see if there's anybody else that we can help support today, and that may be in the game playing. Oh, actually, Becky on Blast is doing some Polaris work here, and definitely some good content. I've checked her out a couple times. Definitely well worth it. And we'll pop in over there and send on everybody on over. But again, please be safe out there. Enjoy your holidays. And again, if you want to help support the channel, just check out the merch store. We got lots of gear over there. But if you're interested in Daymar Rally Racing, definitely hit us up on the Discord. We have one more spot available for the Daymar Rally in the buggy category. And that's going to be for the support ship. And if you're just new to the game, jump into the Discord. We'll help you figure out your way around. Don't forget, you got a few more days to finish up your IAE Academy and get that Singularity Armor set, LH86, as well as the P4AR. And I know Safe Stant's a little buggy right now. I'm hoping that with where we're at in EPTU for 4.0, I don't think we're in any danger of that launching as soon as IAE's over. You should have time to finish up after IAE is done. But definitely give it a couple days. See if they get a hot fix out to fix some of the commodity issues. And good luck to everybody on that. But we're going to head on out and enjoy the rest of our holiday as well. Everybody have a great and wonderful day, and we will hopefully see you back tomorrow for Origin Day.